guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Foster Jane Cosplay, and today we're finally back with Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
Episode 18.
Speak like a child. So, yes, you may have noticed that we've changed quite a bit. There's been a 1-year break between when we've recorded last episode and today. I was in the hospital. If you don't know what happened, check out Community. I spoke about it. But yeah, we are finally back. And we are ready to finish this show properly. Last episode we were with Radical Ed. I will say right now that my memory is not that great. There are some things I may have forgotten, but it will come back to me when I watch the episodes.
It's been a while. So.
It's been a while, yeah. So, but I do remember that Radical Ed last episode was in search of food. So it was basically a one episode around him, her. See,
her.
I don't remember. About the character, and there was a bunch of bandits and stuff. Like, it was crazy, but Ed being Ed, she did her thing, and it was funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm ready to see what adventure they're gonna fall into next. And one good thing with Cowboy Bebop is that pretty much every episode is kind of a standalone episode. Sometimes we do follow the main story, but usually they have a new adventure happening, so it's easy to fall back into things.
Easy to catch up, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, let's just, jump into things and it'll come back to us. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, if you want to know when these episodes come out and see more of these. And check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
In the meantime, let's go! Do not forget that.
Whoa.
Don't shoot yourself, left leg, control.
Are you gambling? I think she's gambling.
But with what money?
Their money. And with their luck, she's gonna lose all of it. Yeah. They don't have fucking luck.
They never learn.
でな、その亀はお礼に奴を竜宮城ってとこに連れて行ったんだ。その城では歓迎のパーティーをやってくれてな。綺麗な姉ちゃんに豪華な食事。あっという間に日は過ぎて、いざ奴が帰るとき、土産にと渡されたのが玉手箱。
玉手箱？それ美味しい？
And they're dreaming of food.
ねえよ、中にお宝が入った箱だ。お宝も久しく拝んでね。
No money, no food. Normal day for them.
Yeah.
亀の玉手箱。
何を聞いてんだ。
一緒。あ。
6300ウーロン払えよ。お前宛てに届いたんだよ。
私宛て。
おまけに差出人不明だ。仕方なしに受け取っといてやったんだからな。
What's up?
Is this something about our past?
まさか連盟会社の取り立てや。
Probably.
映画のヒ
Maybe.
ロとして。もう思い当たる節がありすぎて。とりあえず逃げとこう。
Run away from your problems, that's the best way to handle things.
Yeah, but they run after you.
一応爆発物反応とバイオ
In case it's an
Just
assassin.
in case.
おいスパイクだ。
An old
This is
VHS.
old. What is this?
なんだこれ。
Oh, no, wait. What the fuck, Spike?
時計の音とかはしてないのか。
Well, they're in the future, they don't know what this
Yeah.
is.
差出人はエウロパの慈善修道院。
A
まだある
nunnery.
よ。
冥王星刑務所。アステロイドアクターズスタジオ。転送また転送。太陽系中たらい回しだな。2022年以前のデータは消失。
Okay. Dude. It might be memories, like,
どうやら古き良き時代の遺物ってやつだ。
Really good old days for you, yeah?
逃げちまったんだ。売られても文句は言えんだろう。
try to see what's on it, man.
Might be really worth something.
With everything going on with Faye, like, anything linked to the past is important.
Yeah.
この町は何もかもが私たちの見たミネソタとは違うわ。ねえ兄貴、本当に私たちここでうまくやっていけるのかしら。
Might just be a movie.
おやすみ兄貴。
Twin sister.
やっぱ20世紀のドラマはいい
He's watching Dawson's Creek.
あんたに見てもらいたいもんおいおいダメだよあんた全くこれだから素人はもう
No.
バカバカバカバカ全くもう使ってもらいたいもんがあるだけだおベータじゃないかすげえ
Can we see what's on it, please? Before we sell anything to you.
20世紀の頃はね映像を記録するのに今みたいなディスクじゃなくてこういうカセットに入ったビデオテープってのを使ってたのよ
The good old days.
だけど開発してたメーカーの違いでベータと VHS って2つの規格ができちまってね
Oh.
That's why I said it's a VHS, and then I looked at it and was like, oh no, it's not.
Yeah. I think we had a beta once.
We did?
Yeah. I think I've seen one.
Fucking hell, Spike.
What's on it? Do you remember how old Faye is supposed to be?
I don't remember how old. Didn't she get frozen in the 2020s or something?
Yeah.
Are we about to witness a murder?
Is it Faye?
Maybe.
Maybe this is a murder.
Blair Witch Project.
ああどうしたいやトラッキングが合いにくいのがこの初期型ベータの特徴でねこっちかないやこっちかな
She's right there as a kid.
Yeah. It's Faye.
Yep. Someone found.
Oh, do not sell this
Souvenirs.
tape, please.
テープが噛んだ
Oh my god, Spike. Get him out of here. Spike, what the fuck?
Can we save it?
She's looking for this.
大抵は蹴飛ばしはなるんだけどな
Not this. You can blow in it, but that's it. Ah, the good old days.
またお前が貴重な機械壊しといて責任取らないつもりか
It's an antique at this point, man.
テープの代償でチャラだ何をベーまったく
ベータの電気いらっしゃい旧アジアの地下都市電気博物館
We're gonna look for this. We're gonna read the tape. They don't have an idea what they have.
入れ込むようなもんか
Yes, it is. It is worth the trouble.
They won't see the worth in it, but she will. If she ever comes back.
今まであいつらはいもしもしもしもしあれ
You need to come back right
もし
now.
もし何よこれ今どこちょっと私置いて勝手にそんな遠くへ
Also to investigate something that belongs to you.
You need to be there. You need to be there.
She won't be. I'm just hoping that they understand what this is and they keep it for her. Because knowing them, they could mess things up.
Like usual.
Yeah, like usual. They have great intentions,
But usually it's all good in the end, right?
yeah. The future of our planet. Ah, la, la.
ケーブルがピリピリ引っかかったよな
What was the name again of the company that rented videotape that went bankrupt?
Blockbuster?
Yeah. What is this?
Careful. Lack of luck again.
Oh. We should have taken the stairs.
In my day, it was easier to go to the video store. It's kind of giving me a, what's it called? Aloy feel. You know the video game
Aloy?
with Aloy?
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Horizon, yeah. The ruins of what used to be, and nature didn't quite take over, but
なんでこんな目に遭ってんだ俺たちは宝探しは楽にはいかねえってことさ宝ってのはなんだっけな玉手箱だろ 玉手箱を開けて男がじじいになったわけがなんとなくわかるな。今さら引き返しても若返らねえぜ。大体あの女は一体どこ行ったんだ。
To get you money, but knowing the story of these characters, she's probably gonna lose all she has.
No!
She pushed her luck. I mean, it goes
What
to show
are
that,
these things?
it goes to show that what we have right now, you know, eventually it's gonna mean nothing. What's the worth of all these things?
Well, today, I mean, Nintendo is pretty much worth a lot.
Yeah, but in 20 years,
It's gonna be
100
cost a
years,
lot of more.
big old TV, yeah, but
We used to have one.
どうした？なんか大き
For
そう
a
な。
picked the
VHS.
wrong one.
入んねえぞ。押し込めよ。
Don't force it.
No.
それ違うよ
We go back.
VHS だから
Wrong magnetoscope or microscope?
It's a VHS player.
I know.
They have a beta.
I know.
Go back, go, get one, another one.
もしもし私だけど誰とお話ししてるのフェイだお客は来なかった私に金返せとか逮捕するなんて叫ぶ人とかよ来たよそれで
Not for you.
You're misleading her, she's not gonna
ス
show
パイク
up.
とジェットはそうなのじゃあ
Did he miss me?
ない私がいなくてそんなに寂しがってる
I will go back.
But
They are
maybe
helpless.
she can help if she's coming from that time.
またあの女の
He
荷物
doesn't remember.
受け取り拒否だ。
Sure.
持ち帰ってくれ。
True, yeah.
I mean, I am glad he opened it because we get an episode about it.
Yeah.
It's not his, but still.
データだ
これ見られるやつか？
はい
Right on time.
おー
ご無沙汰
Oh, it's about to get
できたよ
real.
見るなら着払い金合計税込みで3万1000と500ウーロンいただきます。
結構でございます
No, girl. Jesus, fuck.
It's about her.
They really don't want her to find out. Oh, yes, come back.
She's
Right
just right
there.
みんなでそれぞれ10年後の自分にメッセージを送ることにしました
Oh, she was so shy.
なんかこれやっぱ照れるよ言いたいことおはよう今のなし
Oh.
10年後の私なんて今の私には遠すぎて全然想像がつかない私は一人
No.
それとも誰か素敵な人が
Depends on your definition of wonderful.
まあ私のことだからきっとまたいろんな人に迷惑をかけ
That
て
you
るでしょ
are.
あなたを応援しているではエールを心から
I mean, she lost her memory, but she didn't change that much. Because her
She's
definition
a
of
little
herself.
bit more cunning. But yeah.
Well, she's older, but her definition of herself kind of fits. And
わからない思い出せないこれは私
she has no connection to
私
this,
は
but
もうここにはいないでもこの日の私はずっとここからあなたを応援しているたった一人の私へ
oh,
That was so
what a
sweet.
good episode, little episode, man. Faye's actually
cannot Phantom to
Fathom.
see Fathom, sorry.
Phantom.
No, Fathom, sorry. To see you don't have any recognition or memories about who you used to be, and to see this.
Just the idea, like when I was younger, there was projects made like this, like, oh, let's write a letter. Like one of my teacher in middle school, I don't remember which year, but middle school, had us write a letter to our future self. I think it was 10 years, and she was gonna post it, and 10 years later I did receive the letter. And it's always crazy to read about, because you forget a lot of things, right? It's so crazy to, you know, try to remember who you used to be, what your dreams used to be, how you changed, and it kind of makes you reminisce, and it makes you appreciate all you've been through and where you are now. So for her to see that and, you know, not have a connection, it's crazy, because it gives her something from back then. It gives her something to be like, latch on to, like, I existed, I used to be there. Because for her, like, she woke up and there's nothing before that. But to have proof that yes, you used to exist, it's kind of like proving her identity. It's kind of like giving her a reason to truly believe that she existed, she's been through this. It's confirmation that this happened to her. You know, even if she has no connection, now she has the proof. And it's sad because the no connection thing, you know, she can't reminisce. She can't be like, oh, you know, all I've been through and how now I am here. Because it's kind of like she died in between.
Yeah.
Like she's not, it is her, but she's not that person.
Like, true. It's like, I know that this is supposed to be me, but I don't recognize myself in that person.
But at the same time, the old Faye, the way she was talking, like, she also, you know, described it as a separation. Like, I'm not there in the future, but you are, and I'm going to cheer you on. So it fits because, you know, we can look at ourselves back then and be like, oh, I mean, I'm not that person anymore, but I used to be. Like, it's cute, and like, I changed and stuff. Like, I used to be that. But for her, losing her memory, it's like she's a totally different person. And not just because she changed, but because of an accident, because that happened to her. So she's a totally different person, but now at least she knows, she has a connection to what it used to be like for her. So if she doesn't see herself in that person, she can still connect in a way, be like, oh, that person used to exist, that person used to be there, she thought of me, and she has something for me, like she has a message, she has a cheer to give me. So it gives her roots in a way. It's all very sad though.
I mean, do you recall the movie The Vow with
The Vow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or just Vow with Channing Tatum and what was her name again?
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah. Basically, she got amnesia, you know, and she lost a couple of years about her husband and her life and what she used to be in those years. And when you're not able to find those memories back, technically you need to
redo everything
and mourn the person that you used to be, because you cannot go back. Time only goes forwards, never backwards.
In the movie's case, it's a bit different because it's more like she was already, like, what she forgot was the last few years. So she was still at an age where it's possible for her to go back and redo things. As for Faye, she lost everything. So you can't go back to childhood and redo that. Now she's a new person and she has to make her own identity and stuff. But for her, like, she can't go back to a family. She can't go back to something that existed before. Like, everything's gone.
Got frozen for decades.
Yeah. So that's why, like, in the movie, Rachel McAdams, she can still connect with her past. As for Faye, she has no past. So that's why this tape is everything, in my opinion, to her, because it's proof that she has a past, that she was there. It's something that she can never remember, but it exists. And I choose to see that. It is really sad. Like, I think she's sad that she can't remember. Like, having the tape doesn't help her at all. No. And she's grieving the little girl that she used to be and what she should remember, and maybe like the tape could have jogged a memory, but it's not happening. So I think she's sad about that. But I choose to be like, but now I choose to see the good side of it. I choose to say, now you have the tape, and you get to watch it, and you get to see yourself and have confirmation that you existed, and you have an idea of what you used to be like. So the future is still hers. You know, she can still do whatever she wants, and people do forget. And now she has that as a memorial, as a memorabilia, as a memory.
Yeah.
So even if she can't personally remember it, it's gonna remember for her, and that's the beauty of tapes and you know, recordings and stuff. In our family, and I'm pretty sure a lot of families in the 2000s and and the 90s and stuff, we used to record everything. Like, we have a lot of VHS.
Technically still do.
Yes, it's not the same because I was talking the other day about how it changed with cell phones.
Yeah, but technically with ourselves, it's easy to take pictures left and right.
Yeah, but
and
we
just
do so much of it.
Record, yeah.
We do so much of it that we end up losing them, deleting them, like we don't keep them. I actually used to, whenever my phone is full, I'll take all the photos and all the videos and I try to keep all of them because memory is so important to me. And we used to do that as kids. You know, my grandmother and my dad, they both had a camcorder. Yeah, camcorder. And every time there was an event, a family event, Christmas, for example, Easter, stuff like that, like every time we would gather, one of them would be in charge of recording. So they would have the camera and record the whole evening, and my grandma would put it all on VHS. So family movies. So not everyone does that, but I think it was really popular, and now it's kind of lost. But with our phones, we should be able to still do it, and I kind of try to still do it because I love watching those tapes. We forgot everything about those years. We would have forgotten all of it if it wasn't for the VHS. Now when we record it, we don't necessarily remember, but watching it, we can be like, oh, it's true.
It's true.
That used to happen.
We used to do that. It's true. That used to happen. I received that. I did that.
Because like Faye, I know she's grieving the loss of her memory, but memory is one thing that is not reliable. Everyone forgets at one point, and all that's left is the big stuff or the impressions and stuff, and we don't usually remember everything in detail. And I was reading about it the other day, like stuff that we remember probably did not happen the way we remember it because memory is not reliable.
No, someone that I know used to say, well, technically, there's always three truths: yours, mine, yours, and
The truth.
The truth, yeah. Because there's my own perception of what happened and how it happened, your own perception of how things went down, and just an objective view of what happened, basically.
But still, it's easy for us, I think, to say like, I mean, don't beat yourself up over it. Everyone loses their memory because we have it. As for her, she doesn't have it, so she's grieving the loss of the opportunity to have it. So that's why I'm happy she gets the tape, and I kind of hope that she sees the good in it because it's not. Maybe she sees it as the confirmation that she lost all of that, but I see it as a gain. Like you just gained the proof that this existed, that you were there. So try to see it as a good thing. I would like to see it as a good thing. So I hope she doesn't see it just as a bad thing, or a reminder that she lost all of that.
Yeah, it is funny though when you see stories or TV shows or movies in the future, and when they find old stuff like old DC, old TV,
Stuff that we take for granted.
Yeah, I mean, technology changed so fast, so quick. I mean, we grew up in the mid 90s to the early 2000 years. Like our childhood was mid 90s, early 2000.
The 2000s.
Yeah, we didn't have Pac-Man or Walkman. It was before our time.
It was still around. We just
Still
weren't
around,
using
but
it
we mostly
anymore.
like we went from the big city older
To
that
phones.
you cannot have it with you when you walk, basically, to
The
MP3, iPod,
We went through the whole
iPad,
thing.
everything, and it's like less than 30 years ago.
Yeah, but our generation is good for that because everything evolved
So fast, and we need to adapt so fast.
we
also.
we had to adapt really fast. Our generation is good at that because that's how we grew up. Everything changed. Like I don't remember if it was, I think I read somewhere that it took longer for humanity to go from bronze swords to iron swords or something like that, like two types of swords. It took longer for humanity to go from that to that than it took them to go from swords to guns or something like that. Like just in recent years / centuries, we went from developing really slowly to really fast, and technology was a thing that evolved really quickly in the last few years. So we saw it all, and we're used to it. But in Cowboy Bebop, it kind of looked. I mean, the show is late 90s, early 2000s, right?
98.
98. There you go.
Around 98. Yeah.
In any case, so it looks like it's kind of like technology stopped at one point. Like they stopped developing it because they still have relics of VHS and Delta, and they have nothing else. But when they make the show, everything else after didn't exist. But in the real future, we would be seeing relics of what happened, what came after. But in Cowboy Bebop, it kind of looks like we went to VHS and Delta, and then nothing else. Blank. Everything just stopped.
They had to go into space because
Yeah,
Earth kind of explode or something.
I don't remember.
A meteor crash on it or something.
But it's crazy. It's like when you go to Earth, in their universe, it's like Earth stopped. One day, everything just stopped. Everything stopped being developed. And now what they have is kind of like futuristic stuff, but made with the old shit that we used to have. It's a weird universe.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there was an apocalypse and then humanity got back on its feet and managed, but we're seeing the managed. We're not seeing the in-between.
Yeah,
But it makes for cool, discoveries and cool information where people, they're dressed kind of like Spike, who's got an old look, like 70s, 80s costume on. So, like, he doesn't look like someone from the present or the future. He looks like someone from the past, but he doesn't know what a VHS is. We're kind of mixing decades.
You know that it works. You just have to kick it to make it work.
No. I mean, yes, we used to kick a lot of shit, especially TVs, but some of these things were fragile. Don't kick everything, in any case. But it was cool.
Yeah, the good old days.
It's their past, but it's our past as well.
It is our past, and we are so delighted when we can see old movies on VHS because we have a VHS player at home.
Yeah, I didn't want to get rid of that. That's why we have a bunch of family movies that are still on VHS.
Yeah, but old version of our childhood movies are old because nowadays when they put them on DVDs, it just some of them do a new version with the voice recording, voice acting.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they changed the voice acting in French. Well, for us it's French. Like we grew up with French dub.
Yeah.
So, but not just that. Like sometimes it's cool to rewatch an old VHS and remember, like in the back of your mind, you remember what advertisement is gonna come and when, and the old music that they used to use. Like it's a trip to the past. And for them, it's the same thing.
It is nice to reminisce what used to be. Like when we were kids, I'm sure that you did the same stuff also. Like you had blockbusters, we just had.
We didn't really. Did we have Blockbuster in Quebec?
No, we didn't. We had our own version.
Yeah, we had video stores, but just not that one.
But we used to go to the video stores in our.
Straight to the horror movie section all the time.
Yeah. And slowly that changed to VHS to DVDs.
Well, the last one closed recently here in Drummondville. The last one was Videotron.
Yeah.
And I think it closed a few years ago, like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but we saw the change made. Like when we were kids, all of them were VHS, and slowly all of them changed to DVDs.
Well, that's what I said. Our generation saw technology evolve a lot. So.
Do you miss it, guys? Going to
the reason why it evolves,
the video store and stuff.
The reason why it evolves is because it was flawed. The new stuff is supposed to be better than the old stuff. The reason why we miss it is because it makes us think of a time where we were younger, had less worries, and everything was it was a happier time. We did not have to think about money or paying rent and surviving or anything.
Surviving.
That's why people buying food, drinking water, thinking of our health, like all of that.
Yeah.
Now we have responsibilities, but when we were kids, we did not. So that's why we reminisce. That's why when we think of our time as kids, it makes us smile. It's nostalgia because it was a time where things seemed better and easier. So when we look at VHS, it makes us think of that time. That's what nostalgia is.
Our parents can think of VHS and being all nostalgic about it.
Yeah, but if you show them cartoons from their childhood, or just our dad watching a movie and seeing
they're gonna
the
be
old,
more fond of it. Yeah,
exactly. A lot more fun than they would be fond of the stuff from their 20s, just like we will be fond of the stuff from this decade in a couple decades.
Yeah,
that's nostalgia. But we're not here to try to discuss nostalgia or what nostalgia is. It's actually, I really love this episode. In Cowboy Bebop, I enjoy most episodes, but I think the best episodes are always the ones that target the main character's past specifically.
Yeah, because we know nothing about it.
I think they're the most emotional,
Yeah.
especially like they all have something that happened to them, and they're the most heavy when it comes to feelings and stuff. So, and this one was sweet.
Yeah, it was.
So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, as well as the one after that, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube pretty soon.
Next week.
So, see you then.
Don't say pretty soon. It's next week. We
I
know.
never know when they're gonna come out.
We're recording them in advance.
So I'm gonna say pretty soon. Huh? No mistake there.
Bye.